Hello everybody, Lady Asumi here, and today we're back for another book review. This time around we're reviewing the Tourniquet Reprisal by Ellen Curtis and Matthew Ledrew. Once again, I love the cover. I like the abstract covers. I've mentioned before that I don't really like covers that have like people on them, but I do enjoy covers like this one. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. If you're not familiar with this book, I did do the review of the follow-up, or sorry, not the follow-up, this is the follow-up. I did do a review of the previous book to this one called Infinity. The link for that video is down below if you want to catch up and you don't want to miss out on that. In this book, we once again meet Victor and his slowly growing crew of special people, each with their own unique power. I really love what these authors have done with the special powers. They're not your usual comic book powers that you would see in, different forms throughout different comics. For me, they're unique. I'm sure they've been used somewhere at some point, but to me, they've been very fresh. Very, very refreshing. In the first book, we got a brief introduction to Tash. She's a friend of Victor's, and in this book we do get to see a little more of her and her relationship with Victor and her friendship and what it is that they're trying to do. She's like in a different city collecting people with special abilities, while Victor is in another city doing the exact same thing, and they're trying to pull these people together. The Tourniquet Reprisal mainly follows the story of Nick, and at the beginning of the story, Nick and a fellow housemate named Quinn are on a date and come across a small group of people who invite them to join them back at their house for a party. Kind of like, just, I don't know, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're just party people. It's innocent enough, but, Nick's not really sure of the idea, but he follows anyway because Quinn goes. But what's going on in this house is not exactly how it appears. Gavin, the leader of the group, is a little different. We don't really know how throughout the duration of the book. You just get this feeling that something is wrong. It's just, something's not right. And the mystery of that kind of just really pushes you forward throughout the book. Subsequently, Quinn ends up staying at this house and Nick ends up having to leave her behind, which is what fuels Tash to eventually call in Victor and his crew to kind of help her out, because she knows that something's wrong. And that's pretty much all I can give away from the beginnings of the book without really ruining anything. We also get a look back at Lee. In the first book, Lee had gotten herself into a bit of trouble, and we do get to see her again and see what's going on with her. I love what authors Ellen and Matthew have done with her. The imagery used to describe her power truly gave me goosebumps and brought me into the moment so much I felt claustrophobic. The imagery is fantastic. This is not the only place that the imagery really came through. There are other spots as well, but this is the one that really caught me. Throughout this book, I really, really love the character development and relationships between the people. I mean, these are all people from different places and different stories and backgrounds, and, in the first book, they're all kind of just meeting, and of course now there's some new other people coming into the works as well. But the people that we saw in the first book, we're seeing how they're getting along and how they're learning about one another and just kind of becoming friends, really. I also really enjoy the way that the authors handle the special powers that they have. Some of them really struggle with the powers. It's not just like, done, I can use them, no problem. Some of them really have a hard time. Either the power itself is causing them to have some personal, internal, mental-ish sort of problems, whereas other ones just have problems sparking it or controlling it. The only issue that I really had with the book was that there were some scenes that didn't add to the plot. It didn't push anything forward. Those scenes kind of made it easy for me to say, I'm going to get a cup of tea. I lay down the book, and then of course I don't pick it up for a few days because there was nothing kind of driving me onward, because it kind of came to a standstill at those points. Those particular points in the book were bits of character development for sure. Moved into a different spot where it connected with another scene that did push the plot forward would have definitely been a benefit in this particular situation, but it didn't take away from the book that much. Overall, I really enjoyed this book, and I'm looking forward to the next one. It's called Exodus of Angels, and it's rather smaller than the Tourniquet Reprisal, so I'm expecting it won't take me as long to read it, because I am a bit of a procrastinator for reading, and I am a bit of a slow reader. If you guys find my reviews helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit like down below. There will definitely be more videos in the future for book reviews. I do have quite a large TBR list right now that is filled with indie books, and I'm looking forward to each and every one of them. So I hope to see you guys join me in my next video for my next book review. Until then, guys, bye!